got my back? I got your back. Who got my back? I got your back. Who got my back? I got your back. Who got that swerve? I got that swerve.
What's my name? Knicks. Oh my goodness. Before we kick things off, welcome back to another episode of Break The Huddle. I'm your humble host, Don Deuce. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Right before we kick things off with this glorious Knicks win, let's get into it. The New York Knicks put straight belt to ass. Oh my God, the Hawks didn't even deserve to be on the floor tonight. The New York Knicks quite literally shattered their hopes and dreams. It was not close. Not at all. And everybody that thought that this was going to be a series, that thought that the Hawks were going to come into Game 6 and make it interesting, man, shame on you. Shame on you. We got to start being honest, y'all. We definitely got to start being honest. When you simply look at the margin of victory in this game, the New York Knicks won Game 1 by 11. Game 2, Atlanta won by 1. Game 3, Atlanta won by 1. Game 4, New York Knicks won by 16. Game 5, 29. Game 6, they had 47 and a half. They was up 47 and a half. This game was absolutely crazy because you're sitting there and you're just like, man, the lead just kept growing and growing and growing. And by the time you look up, 4 minutes left of the second quarter, I'm sitting there, I'm texting my buddies. I'm sitting there like, yo, they about to have 80. They about to have 80 in the first half. But mind you, I said that as a joke. I look up, it's 70. They got 71 with time still left in the first half. So I'm like, wow, I can't believe this. I can't believe that the Atlanta Hawks came here today to just lay down. That was interesting. But all the evidence was there. CJ McCollum told you he wasn't a demon. He quite literally said it. I know y'all know this. Look.
I am no villain. I'm a nice guy with 2 kids and a wife. I think it's admiration. Great, passionate fans in a really hostile environment. It's fun. It's basketball. It's the playoffs. And if anything, I think it's a sign of respect.
I told you. But see, look. So there's a few things that I like from the Knicks so far right now. I like the aggressive play by OG. I think OG is killing it right now. Playing efficient. He's rebounding. It just makes it all the more challenging for the opponent. When we got more guys crashing the boards, more guys capable of putting up grabbing over 6 boards, right? I appreciate Jalen Brunson giving us what we needed from him. That's the misconception that we need Jalen Brunson to score 25 or 30 points or 40 points every night. We don't actually need that. Some nights it's okay to be the point guard. And tonight, he orchestrated the show, he ran the show, and he was a point guard. I love that we continue to play through Cat. Another TD by Cat. This is phenomenal stuff. And you got to look at this Knicks team and you got to wonder, it's starting to shape up like this looks like the best team in the East. Good on defense, good on offense. I appreciate for Mike Brown for not getting in his own way, right? All Mike Brown had to do was put a little bit more focus on Cat, and you see how things just started to change. When Cat started applying pressure, getting into the paint, causing havoc, when the offense, when they started using him as that, what they like to call in the NBA, that Jokic-style hub, right? You see Sabonis do it. You see Jokic do it. You even seen Derek Queen do it as a rookie on the Pelicans. And ever since Mike Brown made the decision to have Cat make more decisions with the ball, things just literally started to flourish. You see the Knicks become a different team overnight. And I ain't forget about you, my boy. I ain't forget about you, Mikal. My only thing that scares me about Mikal is what if this type of game was a one-off and not the type of game that is going to help him progress and find his shot going forward, right? Like, what if this was just a one-off because today just felt like a damn near an open gym? It really felt like an open gym. If I was the Hawks, I would be going home with my head hanging, like, because this was sad to be a playoff team. But now that we finally got this out of the way, who would you even rather want to play in the next round? We have a good track record against the Celtics this season. The Celtics lack some core things. And for me, I think that the absence of like a dominant center, the absence of a center that can also stretch the floor a little bit, they don't have that anymore, right? Because when you look at what they had last year, I mean, Luka Garza, he's good in spurts, but he's not as effective as Al Horford was. He's not as effective as Kristaps Porzingis was. That's what really tilted the scales in this Boston-Philly series. As soon as Joel Embiid came back, everything was just different. You seen how he attacked inside. You seen how they lack rim deterrence. Not even just rim presence. They lack rim deterrence. Jason Tatum is getting all the boards, like he's playing center basically, but whatever. While I can watch and see Cat blossoming in the offense right now and he's cooking right now, I would actually think I'd rather the Celtics. Because if we play the Celtics, nobody goes band for band with Cat. If we got to play the 76ers, a couple people might go band for band. Like Tyrese Maxey and Jalen Brunson might go band for band. Cat and Joel Embiid might go band for band. So you kind of want to get away. We don't want that. We want to find where the advantages are, right? And I'm not saying I'm scared of Philly because we beat Philly too. We could beat Philly with Joel Embiid. That's nothing. But just in terms of stylistic and play and who's available, give me the New York Knicks because I just think that there's matchups in that series that we can exploit, despite the two great players in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Like, this was quite literally one of those lopsided victories in playoff history. I never seen something like this. The Knicks flipped a 2-1 into a 4-2. You got to just give them credit. And I will give Mike Brown credit because after those two Quinn Snyder adjustment games, he settled in. He backed out what he felt he needed to win, and it worked out. It worked out beautifully. But my only thing is, it feels like he was holding on to this game plan. You've seen a little bit of the heavy Cat usage towards the end of the season when they was doing a lot more pick and rolls with him and Brunson. They got comfortable with that. And then you look at game 1, game 2, game 3, you kind of see them dial it back in terms of the Cat actions and the PNRs. You see them dial it back. And then now their backs against the wall. They done lost game 2. They done lost game 3. And now Mike Brown is like, look, we got to go to it. And it looks like he let it out of the bag. And it looks like he was planning on maybe holding on to this. But he had to get it going. He had to get them going. And he had to unleash his full offense. Because it looks like he was trying to keep some tricks up his sleeve. We needed to get this rest. We needed to get the win. I'm just happy that whoever we play next, we going in there rested. We going in there ready, hungry to make it to another ECF. Thinking shit once we get to the next round. Here's how I would like the playoffs to go. If you ask me, I would prefer the Raptors to beat the Cavs. I would prefer the Magic to beat the Pistons. I would then prefer the Knicks to beat whoever comes out of this Boston 76ers series. And I know for sure the third round, if there is no Detroit Pistons in the third round, whoever that may be, there's an ass whooping coming. Whoever that may be. The hardest round of the playoffs before the finals is going to be the second round for the Knicks. It's going to be the second round. Both teams create different set of challenges for the New York Knicks. That I still think they could both overcome, but it's basketball, right? If the ball don't bounce your way, shit can happen. But not to my Knicks, man, because been starving. I'm starving for a finals, bro. I'm starving for a finals. I gotta see it in my lifetime. All I know is old ass grainy Walt Frazier clips. That's the peak. That's basketball peak. Old grainy Walt Frazier clips. We want more. As a Knicks fan, I want more out of life. I really do. But hey, this was a quick one because there really wasn't too much. This one was going to be a quick one because there wasn't really too much to talk about because I'm going to do a more in-depth video on what I expect from the Knicks and some keys, and we'll go into more depth. But this was just off straight emotion. I love what I'm seeing from my team. We Gucci. We dead Gucci. But, hey, thank you for listening. Thank you for tapping in with me. If you didn't know, I'm Don Deuce. This is Break the Huddle. I'm out of here.
Who's got my back? Who's got my back?